Files for your tabletop filer are files that you want to make for yourself that are just temporary. They're not specific files that you would have in your filing cabinet. These are items that you're going to deal with throughout, the month, the week, the day, and these are items that are pieces of paper that generally don't stay in there for very long, and you're always touching, you're always going to be moving things around in and out of these files. This is not supposed to be a container that you file to keep. So, keeping with that, you pick your files that pertain to you. These are some of the files that I have picked. The Action Kids to file, Months, Mum, because I need a spot to put my little pieces of things to remember, to read, coupons, menus, and other calendars that I also use in menus, such as menu planning as well. I get my kids to come home each day and they put their papers into this drawer right in our living space, and it works really well to keep all the papers all together until that one point in the year when we'll actually go through and we'll sort. If you don't have a drawer such as this or a little magic spot, you can possibly use a little rubber container, plastic container rather, and slide it underneath your couch, or just find a little hiding spot that you can pile away your papers from the kids throughout the year. A collection of items that the kids have chosen themselves, such as drawings and special journals and things that they have kept that they think that they would like to keep for themselves in their school box. Items such as this, people often ask me, what do I keep in the memory box or the school box? Well, keep items such as, like I said, the journals or special drawings that sort of make are specific to a time, and as you can see, a drawing at that time in kindergarten is sort of special to something that you want to keep, as opposed to all the worksheets and all those things that come home. You can recycle those. So along with that school memory box, I also like to keep the children's memory box of items that we've sort of together decided that we would like to keep. We've got, old Christmas lists that the kids have made, those first little shoes, things from Disney, little items that are sort of keepsakes that we want to keep. And this is a bin that we keep all that collection in. Right from the very beginning, when the kids start school, I tried to start the kids to get to do their own lunches themselves. And by having a little snack drawer right close to where they can reach everything and they can get into the drawers and choose the items that they would like, I would like to say that in the beginning I probably helped them with items such as a sandwich or a bagel, but they got to pick items from the drawer that they wanted to put in their lunch. So they sort of initiate and that independence right from beginning, how to make their own lunch. I have all the thermoses and the water jugs and all the little items that you need right here, and then the containers, of course, so everyone's big into containers, and the Ziplocs, which we hardly use a whole lot anymore because we have so much of the containers that we're trying to recycle with. But all the items are right nice and close, and their lunch bags are here, and they can just assemble their lunch all by themselves. Early on, I discovered that my kids couldn't remember everything every day, and they were constantly during that morning routine, do I have gym, and do I have this, and running to check the schedule. And I just decided that it would be a lot easier if I put a little tag, and you can get these travel tags anywhere, a little two-sided one, and I posted all the days of the week on there, and from the schedule put on, Monday gym, Tuesday library, and so each morning when we're doing the lunch and we're doing all that routine, she can check her little card and she can just check to see what's happening at school that day. Even from an early age, they like to know what's happening during the day and what things they need. And they like, again, promotes that independence part, that they can do it themselves. And I found her, I would just say to her, go check your card, and she would run and she would check her backpack. And then at the end of the day, I had a little list that she could also check to bring things home. Organizing all that sporting equipment, the soccer, the ballet, the list goes on and on. Clear containers work great in the kids' rooms if you're lucky enough to have a mud room to put the items in. Then it's all ready when the kids are ready at that day of the week to go and get dressed. Everything is all together. Making a simple little menu that you can tack up on the fridge for your lunch for the kids is just something in a simple way that you can keep track of items that the main staple items that'll go into your kids' lunch. So, Monday's bagel. So they like to do their own lunches and can do their own lunches, but these are sort of the items that I'll have ready available. Organizing your fridge is really important to keep on top of inventory and keeping track of what you have actually in your fridge and not losing items and not hearing that little voice that says, I can't find it. I have gone through and actually labeled my drawers, and I know it might be a little much, but it works for us. So everything in each container is all containerized. The center I've actually made drawers for cheese and sandwich items, again for everyone making lunches. It makes it a lot easier, and again I know what I have in stock, and it makes it a lot simpler when we're trying to grab something quick. Again, for inventory reasons, you know exactly what you have, and when it comes out it goes back in the exact same spot. Investing in a label maker such as this, there's smaller models, something that you can just keep handy in the kitchen is a great investment. This is a tool that I use every single day probably. I know I do a lot of organizing, but I also use it around my house. The kids use it, my husband uses it. It just is quick, and the labels will stick to pretty much anything, so all those little items that are going in and out of the house that belong to the kids and everyone have a label on it. Labeling is so important.